This is Sneaker Gears. My name is Levi. Welcome to another episode of Performance Gears, where today we're looking at what might be the best Kyrie to date. Let's take a look at the Kyrie Low. Alright, so the Kyrie Low looks to have all the elements of what would be an amazing sneaker. It actually takes a lot of styling cues in my mind from the Kyrie 2, which had great lockdown with that Velcro strap. Style-wise, I think it looks super clean, did a great job, especially with those kind of 3D elements in the heel and the strap. The materials look like they took that upgraded where it's not that hard fuse, so more along the lines of the Kyrie 3 versus the hard plastic kind of on the 1 and 2. It did take that rounded base from the Kyrie 2 and so forth, so the traction, that wide base is phenomenal. And then, kind of like the Kyrie 4 where they upgraded the cushion, they actually put, for the first time in the Kyrie line, heel and forefoot zoom. So you would think this all adds up to an amazing shoe. Well, let's start with the fit. Alright, so these fit a half size long. There's no way around it. If you have a thin or narrow foot, go down that half size or even a normal foot. If you're a wide footer, unfortunately, even though it runs long, it's still narrow. It reminds me a lot of the KD line. I have a 13 in all of my Kyries and all of them fit really, really nicely. Now, truth be told, maybe a 12.5 would fit slightly more perfect, but honestly, the 13, the lockdown, the strap fits fine. The 13 on these, I struggle to get a great fit. One thing that did help is using our Velosity Insole from Sneaker Gears. That allowed me to replace the insole and is slightly thicker than the factory insole, so it decreased that space, allowing me to torque it down, but that's not fair for the review. Our Velocity Insole is pretty much like adding what's equivalent of like a Zoom Max unit, so I didn't want to use those just because obviously it's going to take away from what this shoe really is, and that's a low to the ground, court feel, amazing traction shoe, but the fit lets it down. So like I was saying, because it was long, I had to torque these down quite a bit, and once I got it torqued down, you'll notice unlike the rest of the Kyries, this is all a single piece. There's no secondary back half unit. There's nothing pulling you back into the heel. It's locking you down this way. So that heel always felt like there's going to have a little bit of heel slippage. Now, the back area is shaped kind of like a U here. So once your heel's tucked in here, it's not going anywhere. But it does have a little bit of give to it, which is a little bit annoying. On top of that, there is no fly wire. There is no additional strap. There's nothing on the forefoot up here that really keeps you locked in as much as any of the other Kyries. A big factor to look at with the Kyrie 4 is your foot actually sits underneath these teeth. So when you do any hard steps, your foot is contained. You can say the same thing about the Kyrie 3. It had these two flywire straps and these two kind of a different material here that really locks you in on any hard jabs, hard cuts. Now you look at the Kyrie Low, there's nothing here. You have the strap. The strap kind of pulls you down, but it's not giving you that lateral containment that you're really looking for. So the fit, honestly, is the only thing on this shoe that is just really sloppy. Casually, it's fine. Low top, it looks good. And playing with it, honestly, a lot of other aspects of the shoe would allow me to get away with it, but I'll give you the reason on that soon. Support and containment, honestly, kind of flow with that lockdown. Because it's sloppy, even though you have an internal heel cup and kind of a solid heel, you have an internal shank plate, you have the lockdown here with the strap, you have a very wide base, so it's deceiving just because your foot is more in here. So it's not quite way out here. So if you have a wide foot, that wide base does give you a nice solid plan for any kind of shooting, quick cuts. You always feel solid. So stability is really nice. Containment along with that fit is going to be a little bit loose. All right, so how's the cushion? That's what everyone wants to know. It has Zoom Air, heel and forefoot. It has to be good, right? It's Zoom Air. Well, it's bottom-loaded Zoom Air. So what happens is they're using a really firm foam setup. It actually plays very similar to the Kyrie 3s. Now, the difference being that Zoom Air does do its job, meaning it's giving you the impact protection. So it does feel firm. You do feel quick on the court. You have a lot of court feel, but unlike the Curry line, unlike the Kyrie 2 and the Kyrie 3, because that Zoom Air is underneath, when you land hard, when you have any kind of hard jabs, you're not getting that shock through your body. It's still protecting your knees, protecting your back. So in that regard, it does get the job done. But you know what? It's not going to be like your CP3 where that has heel and forefoot zoom. That is placed closer to your foot, and it's definitely not like the PG2 where you have unlock zoom. So it is still a Kyrie where you have that court feel. It is a solid feeling shoe as far as the firmness, but that zoom area is giving the impact protection. Honestly, I felt the Cushlon and top-loaded zoom on the Kyrie 4 was just much better executed, but if you want a firm feeling ride, you want a little more court feel, this is going to be that kind of setup. All right, traction. Yeah, you guys know what that is? They're that good. These guys, mic drop. Is that a mic drop? Does that count? They took inspiration from the Kobe 10, which I really like the traction on these, but this only lasted me about 3 months before it just was starting to slip, and the nubs were a lot softer. These have a lot more nubs. They're a little bit more firm, and it works like crazy. The traction on this is unbelievable, and that's kind of what set the fit apart as being so sloppy. The traction on this was so good, I broke out all my Kyrie. So in the last 3 weeks, I was playing with the Kyrie 2, which I think is in the Hall of Fame. I was playing with the Kobe 9s. I played with the Kobe 10s just to kind of see how it compares. Obviously, wanted to compare it to the Kyrie 4s. And then even to its current setup, I think the PG2s were, until this, probably the best traction right now available in 2018. The traction on this is absolutely beastly. The problem with all that is, even though this traction is probably better and easily the best traction you get in any new shoe, the fit on the PG2 is so much nicer. The fit on the Kyrie 2, the lockdown, is crazy. The fit on the Kobe 9, for my personal foot, is probably one of my best fitting shoes. So I'm playing in all these other shoes that just have a phenomenal fit, just a one-to-one lockdown, and then I'm trying this on with it's just a sloppy fitting shoe, especially if you have a wide foot. So let's wrap this up and do a comparison and kind of let you guys know who this shoe is for. All right, so when trying the shoe on, if you have a narrow or normal foot, if you can get a solid fit that you're comfortable with, it has a lot to offer. That firm cushion, again, if you're looking for that court feel, kind of a quick feeling shoe, what I really enjoy is it is giving that zoom air to give you that protection. A lot of younger guys, a lot of guys who are lightweight want a no cushion, and what happens is you're going to pay for it later on in your life, your knees, your back, as you get older. So having that cushion there, I think, is much appreciated. The traction on this is phenomenal. Not only the traction, but how it's implemented with that wide base, with that kind of rounded step where you always feel quick on your feet. It is phenomenal if they fit you really well. Now, if you're comparing this to anything in the Nike lineup or anything similar at 110, this blows away your Dame 4 as far as traction is concerned, and even the cushion, I think. The closest thing is going to be the PG2 at the exact same price, or now the 2.5. The thing is, the 2 or the 2.5 both have much better fitting shoes in all regards. The materials are better, the fit is better. The traction, even if it's slightly less, you're still getting something that's really, really good. And you're getting unlock zoom, which is incredible feeling underfoot. Now, if you're looking for a much quicker feeling shoe, this does feel faster. So I can definitely understand why you would not go with the PG2. Second is going to be the CP3. The CP3, again, also fits a little bit better than this guy, and it has a little bit better cushion, but the traction is not nearly up to par. So if you're really looking for cushion, the PG2 is better, and if you're looking for fit, the PG2 is also better. So that CP3 kind of gets lost in the shuffle there. And finally, you're looking at the Kyrie 4, its big brethren, and honestly right now probably around the same prices at most places, just because obviously we're coming up in the next season. So if you're able to get this for a little bit cheaper price, all in all, the durability of this traction, the cushion, the lockdown, the materials, and if you're getting it at the same price or close to it, I think this is just a better overall shoe. Now, if you like that low top, if you do want a firmer ride, and that traction is just calling you, I mean, you can't go wrong with these guys. They work. Now, as far as adding cushion to these, our Sneaker Gears Velocity cushion, our full-length insole, works amazing in the Kyrie line. So if you have a Kyrie currently, but you just want a little bit more cushion and you're looking for a sneaker, get the Sneaker Gears Performance Velocity insole. It is amazing, full-length cushion with real bounce. On the Kyrie 2s, that's been a go-to for me because you're getting everything in that shoe and then you're getting the cushion. So guys, check that out. You can get it on sneakergears.com. If you're not following me already, you can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Guys, if you have any questions on this video, on the shoe, any comments you kind of want me to go over, shoot them down below. I'll be happy to respond and kind of go over that. We will do a full Kyrie comparison as far as how they stack up and what Nike has done. But overall, really excited for this shoe, and I just wish it fit me, and I hope it fits some of you guys out there where you can give me some examples if you really like it or if I'm wrong on some things. Well, this is Levi with Sneaker Gears. Really appreciate everyone. I'll be back at you soon.